Hello guys, Jack Kantus here with another character spotlight featuring Woody the Lumberjack. He has a lovely axe, a terrible secret, and celebrates Thanksgiving way too early. Let's give him a try, shall we? And I'll show you guys how to play Woody. So Woody's very interesting into the fact that he has a unique resource meter, your beaverness meter, and you also have your axe, Lucy. So Lucy is a sentient axe, and she's essentially your guideline for being a werebeaver. So if you didn't know, spoilers, Woody's curse is actually he's a werebeaver, so you need to watch out for being beavery. So your little beaverness meter, I know I said that like 1,000 times. I'll explain it in depth. So it depletes slowly, and by chopping a tree, it will deplete again even faster. See, as you chop, you'll start going down. You can replenish it by eating twigs, grass, boards, logs, living logs. So Lucy, probably one of the lowest damage weapons in the game because it has infinite durability, is the best axe in the game besides Berger. But as you can see, as you play, your main job at Woody is to gather so much resources you don't know what to do with it. You chop all trees down really, really fast, but you gotta watch out. And Lucy will constantly talk to you. This is a nice little companion. You knock it down pretty damn fast, but what you don't want to do is get your little beaverness meter down too low. So you can also eat twigs, like I said. You can eat boards, which is good, actual logs themselves. And if you have them in excess, if you're spawning so many tree guards as Woody, you can eat your living logs if you really need to. So you chop down really fast. You're an efficient, resource gatherer as far as it comes with trees. And, you always start with an axe, so you don't have to worry about flintless starts on worlds that don't have flint in the starting area right away. You don't have to worry about that. You can just literally just start chopping down things and get your wood and get your beaver on. Woody's a fun character because, he's Canadian. Fun fact about the celebrates Thanksgiving too early. Actually, Canadian Thanksgiving is a little bit earlier than American Thanksgiving. So, he celebrates a little bit earlier in the year. And depending on your time zone and stuff like that, you're going to get your beard keeps you warmer. And I believe, what was the other one? The other thing is companions stay with him longer. So if you recruit a pigman or a bunnyman, they're going to stay longer with you on Thanksgiving. Which is kind of a nice little nod to his Canadian heritage. I'm pretty sure my Canadian viewers will like it. But if you find yourself a little lacked on sanity on Woody, what you can do is, even if you have a sapling, any of these cones, if you start planting them, you'll start getting sanity back, because Woody's a werebeaver. He wants to keep chopping. See, Lucy constantly wants it because she knows if this reaches 0, you will start becoming a werebeaver. So you want to eat a living log, and it'll still scream. Fun fact. You'll get your beaverness meter up. If you don't like Lucy's annoyingness, you can just go ahead and put her in your inventory, and she won't bother you for a while until you start getting beavery. But because you are a werebeaver, like all lycanthropy, on a full moon, you will automatically transform, having no choice whether you transform or not. So as Woody, you have to be careful with this, where you're at on the map, and especially if you're in the caves and you don't know what time of day it is, or like the moon cycle, you might want to be careful because you'll turn into a werebeaver down there, and it's pretty bad. There's some benefits to being a werebeaver, but it's not as good as you think it is. So on the full moon, you actually have to suffer through the entire curse as a werebeaver. Whether in normal form, you can actually just cure it by eating enough logs and woods. But there's quite a few benefits to being a werebeaver. You see, it went down a little bit. Let's go chop my tree. See, it's going down slightly. But you can get a good amount of wood this way. Like, you can literally build a city like this. It's actually pretty fun playing Woody, especially when you really don't like swinging your axe really slow and stuff like that. But werebeaver has more perks to it, and I'll show you in a bit when we're actually going to transform, because this is a full moon. As with the mod, you can see it's actually the full moon cycle. But I have a moon dial here that you can build with some tiers and magic, and some random assortment of items. You can actually build a moon dial, and when this is pouring out, it normally doesn't, like a fountain. It's almost like a warning, like a full moon's going to be tonight. So if you're having trouble finding Glommer, or try to find Glommer doing the lunar event at the Starcaller staff event, you might want to invest in getting one of those. But you'll see in a second, if it ever turns to night, how you can be a werebeaver and how to not be crazy. So if you want, you can actually eat this to top yourself up. You can eat like twigs, and even grass surprisingly works. Like, let's go grab a little bit of grass. You can actually eat the grass, and it'll give you one. It won't give you as much, but you know, I guess Woody's not too picky about it. But you can almost eat every wood item in the game to kind of deal with your beaverness meter. But see, as my sanity goes down a little bit, you can plant a pine cone, and you'll get a little bit of sanity. And there's the beaver. Seeing your beaverness, this needs to go up ASAP. So what you want to do is eat. So you want to eat all of this, all this wood to get that back up to 100%. But you know, it's full moon, so we gotta kind of deal with it. And you get this nice night vision buff and this funny soundtrack. But what you could do is use this to your advantage early game. You can actually gnaw at the saplings and the grass tufts to get them out. So you guys can, if you don't have a wicker bottom on your team, you can actually start gathering resources in this manner. But you gotta keep that. You gotta keep it up. It destroys your sanity, so you don't want to be doing this for a long time, for any long periods of time. So you can actually do like a little bit of handiwork here when you're beavering out. And I believe you do a decent amount of damage when you're like this, but it's not worth your sanity draining like this crazy. Look at all this. And actually, and this is the opposite. When you're a werebeaver, it's actually chopping down trees that actually removes the curse and eating it as well. But it's pretty damn funny to me. I think it's hilarious. I think it's probably one of the best parts about playing Woody, in my opinion. But you can actually get rid of those stumps if they're bothering you. If you have a Woody on your team, you can really get rid of a lot of trees in this area. And so what you want to do is eat all this wood and get rid of your curse. But you don't do it too early. And then at 100% you should stop. And voila, you're back to normal. What you want to do is pick up the pieces after you beavered out and your beaver shame. So what you want to do is grab all the little seeds that you dropped from all the trees and start planting them all back, and you know, like replant the forest essentially that you annihilated as a werebeaver. And then you can get your sanity back. Like even planting saplings. Oh, I guess they must have fixed it. I swear it was planting saplings as well. Never mind. Disregard that information. So it's mostly the tree seeds. So you plant twiggy tree cones, you can get your sanity pretty high up. Like, see, almost at full insanity, you can come back from madness just by planting these. And, you know, if anybody has ever chopped down an entire forest, you know, you'll get a lot of seeds. So you get 2 times, if they're tier 3s, you get 2 times the seeds of how many trees you planted. So you get double the sanity back. And it's not bad. You know, look, replanted this entire forest. It'll grow in no time. If you have a wicker bottom, she can accelerate that. But I'm back up to almost normal sanity to the point where there's 0 distortion on the screen. So just replant all this. Woody's a really fun character. And you got to keep your little beaver meter up. He's a really fun character if you like helping your team out. Oh, by the way, one caveat I forgot to say before you beaver out. You drop all your stuff. So you gotta watch out. Look at my little white chester. You gotta watch out where you dropped your junk, because Lucy will drop and so will your armor and stuff like that. So you have to go back and pick up the pieces after your werebeaver. So, like I said, it's all about planning and, you know, kind of watching your beaverness and the full moon. Because if you do drop all your stuff in a place that you really don't want to drop it, like meat, like you have meat in your inventory and spiders are around, they're gonna eat it all, or pig butt. So you really have to keep an eye out for stuff like that. Other than that, Woody's a great addition to any Don't Starve team, especially if you guys want to, you know, crank out some wood. Like if you guys want to make a bunch of chests, you guys want to make some more late game items, or just fuel in general. And if you guys stock up on wood, turn them into boards, and they're insta giant fire in your base. Woody's great. I like him. He does have some sanity issues, and you gotta essentially tax yourself. So what you want to do is when you're chopping trees, like obviously it's lowering your sanity. What you want to do is get most of the logs, and then you tax yourself 1 per tree. It's kind of the rule of thumb. So yeah, you're harvesting more wood, but you're also consuming 1. So it's not so bad. You kind of balance yourself out. I don't know. Woodie's a great character in my mind. You'll like him a lot, especially with the free installation he gets with his beard. Other than that, you get a free axe, you get a free companion, and you get a beaver out once in a while in the full moon. I hope you guys check him out. I really like Woodie. I think he's funny, and he's super Canadian, by the way. If you guys are Canadian or like Canadian people, this guy is hilarious. I think he's funny. He's got some of the funnier voice lines, and he makes a super funny sound when he gets hit. So if you guys want to see more character spotlights, tune in later. I'm going to upload some more this week. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Check out Woodie, and I'll catch you guys later.